Howdy there guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where today we're going to look at the bottom half of the World Darts Championship. If you do want to see what I think of the top half, where a debutant is going to dominate that field, that is here on Edgar TV. Go check that out. Make sure you subscribe while you're here as well, so you don't miss any content like that, and all the live streams that are going to be coming up during the World Championship, where we're going to do daily prediction videos or lives. We're going to chat all things about the darts, loads of things coming up regarding the World Darts Championships. So, and watch-alongs as well. Who can't miss a watch-along? But I do think the winner comes from this section of the draw, the bottom half of the draw, and it's going to be a winner of one of two players, which we'll get to shortly. But we're going to start off with Section 3. Section 3 for me is a seed-dominated section. I just think it's going to be absolutely obliterated by the seeds, and I think I'm going to leave a lot of gaps here in the predictions because I think there's a lot of really close games. So let's take a look at the early predictions first of all. Yep. See my point. Only going with 3 winners here in the opening round. Scott Williams beat Muramatsu. I think he's a good shout. Scott Williams, a player who's really embraces and enjoys the stage, and I think he's going to enjoy this one with Muramatsu. Keane Barry didn't do well here. He's got bad memories, but can easily put those to bed. He's got a nice draw here, and I think we'll get a game with Michael Van Gerwen in round 2. Fallon Sherrick and Watermainer. Watermainer is in my ones to watch of the opening game. I think Fallon will have the crowd on his side, but that's been dying down in recent times. It's becoming a bit more normal now to see Fallon in these events, and I think Jermaine Watermainer will show his experience. This is his 10th World Championship. That's all I'm really happy with putting through in terms of those opening games. Hempel, yes, he got in as a qualifier at the last minute, but takes on Dylan Slevin, who's on debut here. Ben Robb and Veenstra, you'd probably lean towards Veenstra, but Ben Robb knows nothing but winning, an 89% win rate this season over in New Zealand, including 6 New Zealand titles. Hapu Puhai, we've seen him play in the World Series and do extremely well in that. He's more than capable of beating Smash Martin Lutman, who's not played in half as many TV events as he did a year ago. Barry Van Peer winning the Challenge Tour is probably the underdog there against Luke Woodhouse, but again, can you really write Ben Peer off in a game like that? So absolutely, those opening games in this section are a nightmare to try and predict, but I think when it comes to beating the seeds, I don't think a single seed loses. And if you do disagree with me, go over to olbg.com, put your predictions on there. You're going to a live leaderboard, and as long as you put 20-word comments as to why you think that will be the result, it will count towards the £500 prize fund. Free to enter if you're 18 plus. I'm over there. Edgar TV is my username. Can you beat me in the prediction competition? Can you pick up any of that £500 prize money? But this is what the event would look like in terms of those seeds going through. All seeded wins. I think this is going to be a seed-dominated section. Player I'm really looking forward to, though, in this section is Stephen Bunting. I think he's having a fantastic season this year, and I think he's on his way to pick up something good. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Stephen Bunting win a TV title in the near future. Not this one, but I think there's one on the horizon. And you'll see here, part of the reason I think Stephen Bunting is not going to pick up this one is because he runs into Van Gerwen. Van Gerwen, for me, is the winner of this quarter of the draw, but can have his hands full here with, I think, an inspired Josh Rock, who is constantly moving towards that world's top 16, and I think he's going to be knocking on that door come the end of this event, if not already sort of creeping his place in there. I've got him down for the quarterfinals here, and I think he's actually got quite a decent run and quite a decent open section. I think that bottom half of Section 3 is wide open for any of these players to really show what they're capable of. Damon Heta could quite easily win that section of it. Danny Noppert. It's a good open section here where we're going to see someone come through and pick up a quarter-final at a World Championship. That's the quarter of the quarter that really grabs my interest when we see huge opportunity for a player to really step forward. But that's all they're playing for here, I think, a quarter-final space. Michael Van Gerwen dominating that section of the draw. Michael Van Gerwen is someone I said will go in next year as the world number 1. I made that prediction at the start of the year. It's looking very likely if he has a big run here, but the danger could come from this section of the draw. Luke Humphries will be getting into the event here, And I don't mind his part of the draw there. He's obviously got a few tricky customers along the way. There's nothing easy now at the World Championships, but he could also become world number one if he goes on to a big run here at the World Championships. He's won 3 of the last big event. 49 days and 3 titles. That's crazy numbers. But this section, though, I think is a little bit easier to predict when it comes to who we think is going to win those opening games. And for the first time in my predictions, I've got a clean sweep of first round fixtures. Let's have a little run through and a breakdown of what we've got. Lee Evans, I think it's going to be no laughing matter for him. I think he picks up a comfortable victory. Petretsko takes on Suzuki. There's a gulf in the averages of around about 15 points between the two players that goes across 2 blocks of darts. So potentially 6 darts difference between the two. Petretsko, recent European Tour winner. Jules Van Dongen's been playing some great stuff at the back end of this year. He takes on Darren Pennell, who's making his debut, qualifying through Australia, used to live in the UK, relocated over in Australia and has got through on that system. Ian White takes on Gotto, and I think Ian White's been having a great year as well. I think he's going to take that 3-0 or 3-1. He's another one on my big predictions for the year. Ricky Evans takes on Simon Adams of South Africa, a man who's running at a 72 average for the year, recently played in the Super Series, upped it to 81, but that's not going to be enough against Ricky Evans. Vessel Nyman, I think, takes out Steve Beaton, although I'm interested to see what the reaction is to Vessel. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a little bit of hassle from this Ali Pali crowd. Karen Menzies gets the better of Rusty Jake Rodriguez, who's suffering at the moment with a bit of a wrist injury and has only picked up 4 Pro Tour wins out of the last 10 events. So I think he could be up against it with Menzies, and Gian van Veen to continue his incredible run with a 3-0 victory over Manlock Lung. A lot of the players that I predicted as my best predictions for the opening round are in this section. If you want to go see what they are, it's around about a 10-1 shot. Go check that video out. It's my best picks of the opening round. But we're now going to take a look at the next round here. You'll see at this top, I can't really predict Callum Ridds Petretsko. I think that's going to be a really good game between the two. But in the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, it doesn't matter who wins that game, because I think Luke Humphries is going to be waiting to knock either one of them out. Joe Cullen versus Ryan Searle could be a third round clash I expect to see, and I expect that's going to be a really good battle there. Ryan Searle looking to get his place back in the world's top 16. Joe Cullen trying to get his place back in the Premier League. So a lot on the line for those two players. Daryl Gurney has had one of his best years ever on the PDC Pro Tour. It's something that's sort of gone understated a little bit in terms of the mainstream media, but a run here in this event would certainly highlight that, and he's got a good opportunity to do so here with a debutant in Vessel Nyman. Gian van Veen, I think, is one of the players from the opening round that will beat their seeds. Gabriel Clements, semi-finalist last year. He had a run the previous year as well, so he's defending quite a bit of prize money here, but he's up against Van Veen, who's had a fantastic year and is playing like one of the best dart players in the world at the minute. I think Van Veen will get the better of Gabriel Clements. Now, in terms of match-by-match prediction, I'll be doing this live when I can. Sometimes it'll be a video, but mostly it'll be live here on Edgar TV before every single session. So hit that subscribe button and come back and we'll have a chat, and I'll have loads of stats and data about 180s, finishers, averages, all sorts of stats and information to help guide you into the direction of picking up a few winners. But in regards to the winners of this, it's something I don't really want to take on. It's something I don't want to take on for a couple of reasons. One, because I don't think it matters. I think this is all about Luke Humphries. I can't see anyone stopping Luke Humphries at the moment, and I don't mean in this section, I mean in the world of darts. Luke Humphries right now is looking pretty unbeatable, and it's not just those TV majors. He's been recently out there on the exhibition circuit, doing tours, getting ready for these events, regularly over the 100 average. No one's been able to touch him. He's beating people convincingly. I saw a 5-2 against Clayton, an 8-3 against Van Gerwen. He is literally just bashing everyone at the moment, and I think he's going to set up that clash between Luke Humphries and Michael Van Gerwen in the semi-final of this year's World Championship, where I think the winner of that is going to be the world number one at the start of next year. That's what I see happening here in regards to the bottom half. Is between two men, but the main thing I see happening is the winner of the 2024 PDC World Darts Championship is coming from the bottom half of this draw. It will be Humphries or it will be Van Gerwen. That's my call. Which one is it? Oh, come back before the semi-final, and I'll tell you then once I've seen them play a little bit, and we've seen them play for a few weeks. But it all kicks off pretty soon. Winner from the bottom half of the draw. Let me know in the comment section your prediction. Who wins it? Who's the outsiders? Where's the shocks coming from? Go put them in on olbg.com. Free to enter. All the information down in the comment section and on the end screen. And I'll catch you soon live for some Edgar TV. Edgar TV.